National Park Service logo. The home of FDR, Eleanor Roosevelt's home, Top Cottage, the Vanderbilt Mansion in winter. A ranger in front of a fireplace sets mouse traps.
It was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
A ranger enters a barn, holds up stockings.
The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in the hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there.
A woman sits on red couch.
The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads.
Two rangers in front of home.
With Mikey in his kerchief, and I in my cap.
Have just settled down.
Santa Ranger
for a long
appears.
winter's nap.
Two rangers in a greenhouse.
When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter.
Away to the window, I flew like a flash.
Ranger opens up shutters.
Tore open the shutters and threw up the sash.
Ranger doll in night sky.
On the breast of the new fallen snow, gave
looks at moon.
Day to objects below.
Looks down and falls through sky. Lands in front of home while snowing. Ranger kneels in front of a sleigh.
When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer.
A law enforcement officer in her vehicle.
With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick.
Turns on sirens and drives away. Law enforcement officer in bison mask.
Rapids and eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name.
A ranger
now
with her
Dasher,
dog.
now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen.
Dog wearing fake antlers runs into field.
To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, dash away, squirrel. Dash away all.
5 rangers stand among leaves.
That before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky.
Rangers turn on leaf blowers. 2 rangers dancing on roof.
So up to the housetop, the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too.
Another ranger stands on rooftop.
And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof.
Santa Ranger runs in background. Ranger sits at desk.
As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound.
Ranger sits in garden.
He was dressed in all fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished in ashes and soot.
The ranger reads a book.
A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack.
A ranger on a lawnmower.
His eyes how they twinkled, his dimples how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry.
2 rangers staining a door.
His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was white as the snow.
The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke encircled his head like a wreath.
A ranger sits at counter.
And a little round belly that shook when he laughed.
Ranger empties cranberry sauce into bowl.
Like a bowl full of jelly.
Jiggles bowl. Ranger pops out from behind building.
He was chubby and plump, a jolly old elf. I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself.
A woman stands in front of scenic vista.
A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread.
She holds up toy elf. 2 men seated in front of fireplace.
Went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk.
And laying his finger aside of his nose, he gave a nod, and up the chimney he rode.
Ranger standing outside.
He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle.
Man reads book in front of fireplace.
But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all."
Ranger sits in garden.
Happy Christmas to all.
Ranger doll in front of snowy home.
Happy Christmas to all.
Montage of rangers.
Happy Christmas to all.
Happy Christmas to all.
Happy Christmas to all.
Happy Christmas to all, and to all
Ranger
a good
sits
night.
by FDR and Eleanor Roosevelt
On behalf of all of the staff at the Roosevelt and Vanderbilt National Historic Sites in Hyde Park, New York, We wish you and your family a happy and safe holiday season.
National Park Service logo. Santa Ranger appears, looks around, disappears from shot.